Eller jeg kan jo ta noe av det, da. Faen så mye du har på etterrenster. Tar 10 av hver. Sånn. Lange quest, ass. Men det er litt kult. Jeg likte å hente. Ser litt vel plain ut, den skogen her. Ikke noe grass eller noen ting.
See here, a wallow. And it's been freshly rooted. There'll be boar somewhere nearby, so, just like last time, slow and quiet, whatever you do, understand? Or watch out for them from the top of that mound there. Back trouble?
You want to take him down with an arrow?
Certainly. Why wouldn't I?
You won't kill him like that. Boar is hunted with spears.
Is that so? So now all of a sudden you're a master huntsman, are you?
Watch and learn.
Did you see that? Damn, I'm good. Quiet. So, next time you try to tell me I can't kill a boar with an arrow, you can... Fuck! After him! Fetch! Mount up, Henry. We're going to chase down that swine! Yeah! 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 Yeah!
Where are you? skjer her? Oi, han har blitt fanget plutselig nå.
All right, I admit it. It's humiliating to get caught by 3 loose turds.
Kom an med 2 mot 1, det er feigt. Bro, det er jo, går jo ikke an å vinne 1-2. Går ikke an å vinne den fighten der. Så jævlig dårlig mechanics. Det er så jævlig ræva mechanics, liksom. Blokkinga fungerer jo ikke. Mechanics. Det er sånn, alt er bra i det spillet her, utenom fightinga. Fightinga suger nøtter. Jeg må få snike meg inn på dem, ass. Får ikke bruke dagger. Jeg skal lære meg det takedown. Vente etter natta, ass. Faen er det? Saver snap. Så venter vi til natta.
Nicsak, mi bújt itt elő? Vigyázz, lát!
Fightinga er så ræva. Det er helt sjukt, liksom.
Au!
Motherfucker. Klarer så vidt å drepe dem når de uten armor, liksom. Cumin ear. Ta med øret. Weapons, cumin bow. Nei, jeg får ikke brukt den. Bare spise litt, 2 sek.
Henry! I'll have a bronze bust made of you, my friend. But where have you been till now?
Oh, you know, I was picking berries, had a drink of wine, took a little nap.
You lunatic! They almost had me roasting on a spit!
I'd say it looked more like they were about to take your maidenhood.
Now look here, dung grubber. Is that any way to speak to a nobleman?
A nobleman with crushed balls, friend.
Now you're playing with fire, boy. I could have you in the pillory for that. And then with my own 2 hands, I'd crush your balls!
That wound doesn't look good, Sir Hans.
You're right. Those cumin swine roughed me up a bit. And my damned horse is bolted. You'll have to get me home somehow.
The sooner we get out of here, the better. Who knows how many bandits are creeping around here.
Let's go then. I've had quite enough excitement already.
It's Lord Capon.
Hei, Norwegian Beard. Takk for raid.
Help him.
Velkommen. Assemble. Raiders assemble. Håper du hadde en bra stream. Hva er det du gamet for noe, du, Vi redde akkurat Sir Hans, vi. Takk for follow, Simon.
I wonder what Teresa's doing now. I could stop by and see her again. I enjoyed it last time.
Samme spillet, bare nummer 2. Ja, nice. Jeg har rundet 2'eren, ass. Men jeg har ikke spilt 1'eren før. Så det er derfor jeg spiller det nå. Men 1'eren janky, ass. Jeg hater fightinga i 1'eren. 2'eren så jævlig bra. Det det beste spillet jeg noen gang har spilt. Hei, Fanir. Stine var. Velkommen.
I don't know how to thank you, Henry. If it wasn't for you, Hans would be dead.
To think I sent you out with
Vi redda akkurat som jeg sa, redda akkurat hans
I was
capon.
only doing my duty, sir.
Vi har nettopp blitt
Don't
kjent.
be so modest, young Henry. You showed
han
not
er
only
junkie.
courage, but loyalty to your liege. That's why I'm taking you into my personal service.
Det er kult å få med seg storyen.
Sir,
Da har jeg en unnskyldning til å...
Thank you, sir.
Jeg føler ikke jeg kan ta
Well,
en
let's
andre
celebrate your
playthrough på
promotion
toeren med en gang
and
etter
Sir
jeg runda
Hans's
det.
recovery. Well, don't just stand there, lad. Pour
Men
us a
jeg skal
drink.
gjøre alle quests og alt neste gang jeg spiller det. Toeren. Startet på eneren, men ble for uinteressant, så refunda spillet.
I'm sorry to interrupt, sir, but I've urgent
Ja, jeg har
tidings.
hatt det liggende på Steam
What
i
now?
evigheter. The Norse Druid
A
97, takk
stable
for
boy
fall.
came from Neuhof. He
Har
says brigands
familiebursdag
raided the
også til i
stud
morgen,
farm
så vi
this morning.
snakkes. God spill
There's
videre.
many
Takk skal du ha.
dead
Takk for
or
raid.
maimed.
Takk for song.
Tell us exactly what happened.
Norwegian
I'm not
Beer,
sure.
takk for follow.
The boy was so shook up he could barely speak. He said the bandits murdered for the joy of it. I'm sorry, sir. Your vassal Smill is dead.
Who
Smil.
did this? Who were they?
We don't know, sir. The stable boy just kept babbling about some huge fellow in black armor who led the attack.
Take as many men as you
Där,
need, and don't
well,
stop
now
until
let's-
you've found those bastards. And bring me their heads!
Yes, sir.
My men at your disposal too, Hanush.
Thank you, friend.
Sir, let me ride with them.
He's full of piss and vinegar, isn't he?
Their leader, he must be the one who attacked me at Skalitz. There can't be two men in
Ja.
the whole kingdom who look like
Jeg
that.
kommer til å fokusere mest på
Think you might
story,
still
da.
have my sword? No doubt you could use
Som
another
sagt, det er veldig
swordsman,
wonky, og
Captain.
jeg hater combaten i det spillet her, så
As you
jeg
command,
prøver å
my
bare gjøre
How soon can
story
you
mode
leave,
mest
Bernard?
mulig. For
Soon
å
as the
komme
men are
gjennom
ready,
det,
sir.
egentlig.
Good.
Altså, det er jo
Wait in the
kult,
courtyard for
men
Henry. And
toeren er bedre.
give him a horse.
His own
vi har fått
mount?
hest.
His reward for saving Sir Hans. He'll need it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Well, go! I want these culprits in the hands of the executioner as soon as possible.
I won't let you down, sir.
Det er litt lettere sånn start i det spillet her, da. Du får mye mer grosjen og sånn tidligere, for du begynner liksom som Town Watch med en gang. Så sånn sett så er det jo
We don't know much about what happened.
greit.
Just what that Neuhof
Jeg har jo
stable.
allerede nesten ikke gjort noe, men jeg har 1200 grosjen.
Be quick about it.
Good health to you.
Any chance of some work here, Captain?
It all depends on what you're ready to do, my lands. Swarming with brigands. Sir Hanush has declared quite a reward for dealing with them.
So what do you think I should do about them?
We know about one of their encampments. It's to the east of Ratai in an abandoned mine. I don't really mind how you deal with them. Anyway, the leaders generally wear spurs, maybe like they're pretending they're nobility. Who cares? In any case, bring me the spurs, and I'll take it as proof that the deed's done.
Very well. I'll see to it.
Wait.
Det er vel side
In
mission.
addition, Sir Hanush has offered a reward for every bandit who's killed. So take a good sharp dagger. You'll get a bit extra for each ear you bring.
Løker, takk for løken.
Very well. That sounds
I det
amusing.
spillet her så kan du tydeligvis samle
Well,
på
As
ører.
for amusement, I'd entertain myself by being very careful, lad.
May the Lord watch over you.
Well,
Var det surrender?
What? Such are my orders.
For God's sake, don't bother me. Any delay could cost...
No
As you wish.
Are you yanking my pizzle? Now
Oh my god, jeg tok en hjelmen min nå. Se, nå ser jeg ut som den jævla peasant'en, liksom. Ok da. Så jeg skal ri ut med det der folket her, og ta frem armor, liksom?
Can we go? Are you ready?
I'm ready, Captain.
good. Then follow me, keep quiet, and do exactly as you're told. I don't know what Sir Radzik sees in you, and I don't care. If you're to ride with my men, I expect you to listen.
Yes, sir.
Against all better judgment, they've decided to give you your own horse. The dappled gray beside my stallion is yours. Make sure you take good care of him. Now, mount up and ride behind us.
Den her. Pebbles. Mount.
All right, men, saddle up. And no dawdling. Last one there won't find me a happy man.
Jeg fikk sal og alt. Det er ikke verst. Jeg gleder meg så sykt til å spille toeren igjen, ass. Jeg brukte alt for lite tid i det første området, for jeg visste ikke helt hva jeg skulle gjøre og sånn, så jeg gjorde mye main story, men neste gang så skal jeg gjøre alle ting jeg kan gjøre. Jeg føler ikke jeg kan ta en ny playthrough før jeg har rundet dette, ass. Det er seriøst et av det beste spillet jeg noen gang har spilt, toeren. Det er helt perfekt spill.
Yeah.
Langt over skallen.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
See that smoke? Is the whole of fucking Neuhof on fire?
Det er jo ikke noe smoke på skjermen min. Der, ja. Oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Død hest i veien. Dette lover ikke bra.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where's your master?
In the paddock.
Nordmenn som spiller kvalitetsspill skjer ikke ofte. Jeg rundet toeren og synes det var så sykt bra.
Crucifix. What kind of beast could do this?
Nå måtte jeg prøve meg på eneren nå.
Blood
Jeg bare er ikke så veldig fan av combaten så langt i det spillet her. Men jeg håper det blir bedre. At det blir lettere å fighte. Fordi det føles litt rart ut, ass.
Why?
Someone came at night and hamstrung every one of them. The horses, screaming, must have woke poor Radek, the stable boy. And when he tried to stop
Men
them,
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, det er et av de beste spillene jeg noen gang har spilt, ass.
and then my husband,
Jeg digger middelalder, da.
when my husband tried to help them, they killed him too. And when they were done, they put a torch to the stables.
Studio var en del mindre dårlig med penger når du laget første.
My sincere condolences, ma'am. I swear we'll hunt those monsters down and make them pay for this.
Jeg gleder meg til å
The
ta
horses
second
were
page fra
still
toeren, ass.
alive when I came. We had to finish them off. All of them.
100%.
Pain in their eyes. They couldn't understand how anyone could do this to them.
Did they steal anything? Any horses?
Nothing. They wanted blood, not coin.
Damn.
Did your husband quarrel lately? Was there anyone who might want revenge?
He argued over the price of a saddle, maybe, but nothing that could drive a man to this.
These are dark days when there's more kindness in horses than in men. Did you see anything? How many were there? Or what did they look like?
We saw no one.
Has anyone tried to follow the trail?
Og så har de ikke sett noe?
No.
Da hadde de sikkert daua, da.
We were fighting the blaze until now, and even if we weren't, what chance would any of us have against someone who could do this?
Det er litt mer dark story så langt i eneren, ass.
Mount up and quarter the area. We have to find out where they went. Look for tracks and ask the folk if they saw anyone.
I like it.
Fuck! Someone must have at least caught sight of them.
Yes, sir.
What about me, Captain?
What the hell use are you? You stay here.
Please, let me do something. I could have a look around the area and see if they left any tracks.
Well, if you must. Just don't get in anyone's way, don't go too far, and come back here when you're done.
Ok, jeg får lov å gjøre litt ting. Det er ikke verst. Scout the area, question the survivors, find out where the raiders went.
But we came just as soon as we could.
You tell that to Francis.
Ingen av de. Tenkte jeg skulle questione først.
Smell. The stud farm owner. I saw him in Skalitz a few times.
Ask.
I can come back later if you...
No. I saw you came with the soldiers, and the sooner you know everything, the sooner you'll catch those savages.
I'm sorry to trouble you, ma'am, but could you tell me about the raid?
The noise woke us up. Me and Smill. We thought the horses were restless, or maybe some drunk had staggered here from the inn.
Do you get drunks coming here a lot?
Sometimes, but not this time. My husband went out to see what was going on. Then I just heard loud voices and screaming. It's so stupid. It didn't even occur to me at first that something could have happened to Smill. I didn't find out until the morning.
Ja, det kan være Cumans, vet du.
Did you recognize any of the voices you heard?
No, but they spoke Czech, cursing like demons.
Sikkert Cumans.
Even at each other.
At each other?
Eller,
They
jeg vet ikke
quarreled?
om Cumans snakker tsjekk.
Yes. Something must have happened.
Jeg skjønner litt bedre hvorfor Cumans ikke er veldig likt etter å ha spilt, eller etter
And where
det
did
som
you
har
hear
skjedd
this
her,
noise?
Everywhere.
Bare
It was
raider
chaos.
towns, liksom.
I don't even know how many of them there were.
I mean at the very start. Do you remember where you heard the noise come from then?
I don't know. I just don't know.
Did you get a look at them? There's one man, huge and dressed all in black. Did you see him?
No, I didn't.
Who should I question about the raid? Did anyone here see anything?
Ginger was sleeping in the stable. He might have seen something. Jacob, the old
Okay.
stable boy. He even fought with them.
From what I've heard, Mark was the first one to wake. It might be a good idea to talk to him. I don't know of anyone else.
Ok.
God bless.
Hvem var han her, da? Jakub.
Another useless soldier coming to ask questions. You should have fucking been here last night.
I'm not a soldier. I'm one of the survivors from Skalitz.
I see, lad. Well then, what do you need to know?
And you've got no idea why they did it.
Something must have gone wrong for them. They ran off without taking anything.
What in the world happened here?
The bastards attacked us. At night, a little before dawn.
And how did you come by that wound?
I heard someone
How did you
talking, so I
come
went to
by
look
that
outside.
wound?
Then I
Six,
saw what
seven.
they'd done to the horses. I shouted at those bastards. Caught one by the cloak and started beating him.
Without a weapon? With just your fists?
Yeah. But he cut me pretty good, the fucker. Lucky for me, the others started to come out then, so the raiders ran. All that's left is his cloak.
There's one man in particular. Huge. Dressed all in black. Voice loud enough to crack stone. Did you see him?
Who the fuck do you think half-killed me?
So he really was here. The bastard.
One outlet.
Can you help me?
How?
You know the area. How can I figure out which way they went?
They left in a hurry. You could see if there's a fence knocked down. Or a gate.
Okay.
Farewell.
Så var det to andre jeg kunne spørre, var det ikke det?
How could anyone be so cruel? They really did slaughter them. They really did slaughter them. They really did slaughter them. Why would anyone do that?
As if we hadn't enough trouble with that.
Kan du stjæle litt når vi først er her, da? Ja, det var ikke noe. Okay.
How could anyone be so cruel? Poor wretch. He must have crawled here. If it was the horses they were after, there'll be even more of them by the main stables.
Her er det noen folk.
Are you well?
Leave me alone. Go away.
Look, I know that it's difficult.
But when I say talk, I don't expect to be ignored. No more, no more. Farewell.
Så. Brutalt, ass.
How could anyone be so cruel?
See what they did here? Kill them. Find those horses and kill them.
Tonen skifta liksom så brått i setninga der. I know it's hard. But you listen to me!
What? Who's there?
Easy. I just came to ask,
I don't know anything.
are you hurt?
No, nothing. Not a scratch.
What really happened here?
I don't know. Someone attacked. I don't know who.
You didn't happen to hear where they came from?
No, I didn't see a thing.
Det var mye til hjelp. Hva er to markers? Scout area. Ok. Så rundt her et eller annet sted, så kan jeg finne ut hvor de dro hen. Se etter noen gjerder som er ødelagt, eller noe. Nei, nå har det gått for langt. Villager. Hva er tydeligvis noe jeg skal finne her, da? Du dro sikkert opp her. For der ser det ut som at det kanskje er ødelagt i gjerdet. Ja.
Aha! This wasn't done by animals. They must have gone into the woods this way.
Skal jeg gå inn alene, liksom? You're trying to use equipment that demands better abilities than you have now. Minimum agility. Det er det som er så sjukt, vet du, å drive og kunne sånne ting. Da, agility, hvor er det... Ja, jeg kan snart bruke sverdet ordentlig.
They went deeper and deeper, for sure.
So wrong. And who the hell brought those other fellows here? Fucking greenhorns. One kill that ginger brat from the farm, and then they slice you up. We'll find those bastards, and I'll send them straight to hell myself.
But I'll already be there.
Well now, who bloods come crawling out from under some rock? You call that combat? Yeah.
Ah, faen.
Way off.
Mercy kill, that little shit. Kanskje jeg hadde trengt den. Hva med han andre der?
I'm fucking dying here.
Nobody can match me with iron in their hands, and some damn peasant kills me. Dagger covered in horse shit.
Damn.
Why, it's a hoof pig. Someone in Neuhof must know more about it.
Ta med litt ting som har vært litt. Sånn. Stammen er mye vanskeligere å holde styr på i det spillet her, altså. Blokking også. Så hva var det her nå? Find owner of the hoof pick. Avland Ginger, var det ikke det?
He was here just now. Damn it!
Where are you at, boy? Det er ikke så snilt å stjele disse med en gang de har blitt raida, men... Han er ikke her i hvert fall.
This one got it in the back. And there's more of them over by the main.
There were bandits here. 2 of them. Right there to the north in the woods.
What? You saw them?
They attacked me and they're dead.
You killed them?
One of them. The other was already dying. He had this on him. It must be from the stud farm.
All right. Ask the folk here about it. I'll take the men and scout the woods.
May the Lord watch over you.
And who's Ginger?
Local stable boy. Red-headed. A surprisingly good lad.
Any idea where I might find this Ginger?
Well, that's the thing. He packed up and left.
What?
Look, I know how he looks. But Ginger is a fine fellow. I don't believe he had anything to do with the attack.
Where could he have fled to?
I might know. But you gotta promise me one thing. When you find him, listen to what he has to say before judging.
Okay.
You have my word.
Sometimes the charcoal burners come to see him. You get on well with them. I think that's where he's gone.
And where is that?
No idea. They've always kept to themselves, you know, charcoal burners.
But the forest is full of folk like that. They could be anywhere.
Aye, except these ones won't be far. If you follow the stream from the stud farm towards Rattay, you'll come across one of their camps. Only
what?
Ginger didn't go that way, though. He always went by the big road, through the woods in the direction of Uzhitz.
But how can I find them?
There's always smoke when they work. You'll smell them before you see them. And they need to be near water. There's that too.
So if I go through the woods along running water, I'll find them?
Exactly. May the Lord watch over you.
Okay. Ska jag löpa helt med hit då? Ja, jag har fått med häst och grejer. Så det är inte något problem. Herregud. Ja, det står där. Ja. Det är där, ikke sant? Ja.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Med Alma på andra sidan i alla fall.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Kan han bara löpa över här?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Hamnat i.
Yeah.
Klönke, sa du?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
My respects to you.
I'm looking for a stable boy from Neuhof.
Then why aren't you looking for him at the stud farm?
Because he fled from there and supposedly went to see some charcoal burners.
He didn't come here. You'll have to try elsewhere. Good luck to you.
Där är han, Nikana.
Better ask me first.
God be with you.
Could you help me?
Depends what you want, doesn't it?
I'm looking for Ginger, a stable boy from Neuhof. They say he ran away and joined up with some charcoal burners he used to hang around with sometimes.
Sorry. There's never been a lad called Ginger around here. You have to try somewhere else.
A murder's been committed at Neuhof, and that boy likely knows who did it. It's vital I find him.
There's been murder aplenty in these parts of late. But that ginger lad really hasn't been here.
There'll be a lot less murdering going on once I bring those bastards to justice. So how about helping me out?
Calm down, lad. For the love of God. There's been no one like the boy you want round here. But then again, there are other charcoal burners. Try them. You might want to hurry. You're not the first to be asking about him. And the others weren't exactly a noble-looking bunch.
Damn.
Although they were generous with their silver.
They didn't happen to say what they wanted him for?
No. But they definitely didn't look like they wanted to invite him to a feast.
Do you have any idea where else he could have gone?
You said he was friends with the charcoal burners? Well, you'll definitely find some in the forest between Neuhof and Ujetz. There's good spots around there.
But that forest is huge. I could spend weeks searching.
Then follow the river. That's how you found us, isn't it? Where there's charcoal burners, there's always water nearby.
All right. I'll go and ask somewhere else.
Farewell.
Okay. Next. Å, det er bare lenger ned, ja. Det er greit. Det er kjipt når man måtte gå tilbake igjen, opp og ned og bort og frem og turre meg rundt.
Ja. 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 Ja.
Ridinga, den er bedre i toeren. Vent da, er dette en annen quest? Åh, det er Kill the Camp... Jeg må faktisk tilbake igjen. Men da prøver jeg bare å drepe han campleaderen, jeg tror jeg.
Ja. 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 Ja.
Venter det natta?
Ja.
Kanskje.
Ja.
Først ta litt sånn marigold. Så tar vi en sånn saver snap, gitt. Hvordan ser jeg 7 igjen? Ok. Det er massevis. Kunne prøvd å bruke bua. Jeg får jo ikke sneak-killa. Oh shit.
Who's there?
No one.
No one.
What's going on there?
Who's there?
The fuck?
Hey! Who's there?
Hey. You're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Bring it on!
Where could he have vanished to? He would be here somewhere.
Det er Ope. Ah! What? Jeg har aldri brukt bua på den måten her før, ass. Å, den var bedre enn den jeg har. Må se litt. Jeg ble eller encumbered nå, men jeg må bare sjekke. Oi. Yeah, you better run. Og lederen burde jo hatt den der nøkkelen da. Hva var den der da? Da var den ikke rundt her. Hva skal jeg med den og den? Ja, den var dårligere enn det jeg har. Hvordan er den dårligere? Oi. Fader. Det minusgreiene er ikke at de er dårligere. Ok. Knight's Hunting Sword. Ja, det er dårligere. Ok. Bandit Leader. Tok han seriøst inne i skaven her, da? Jeg får ikke åpne han her, tror jeg. Nope. Jeg bare tar den der, den er safe. Det var noen gruve her oppe. Hva er det? Special 5 minutes adds 100 health. Oi, den er jo helt sjuk. Så fast travel opp hit igjen da. Så da må vel være en opp dit uansett. Var det her? Jeg må tilbake og se han uansett etterpå. Oi, foe. Wade. Yay. Obstacle, avoid.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Ikke her.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Var det offroad?
Yeah. Yeah.
Så her har vi elva, sånn. Skal vi bare følge den i, ja, sikkert venstre. Der er det et.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Sniper nourishment. Alright. Det er sånn. Det går ikke an å ha en dritt på seg, liksom. Før det er og jeg kan move to horse, ja. Ok, hva er det jeg ikke bruker her? Move to horse. 953. Jeg må droppe. Sånn. Så jeg må vente til den våkner, da. Det er greit, det. han der, eller? Snakker man om spokesman.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I'm looking for Ginger from Neuhof. Do you know anything about him?
I know him. What do you want of him?
There's a few questions I need to ask him.
Well, you'll have to go somewhere else to find him. He doesn't come here much.
I really must speak with him. A murder was committed at the stud farm, and that boy probably knows who did it. I have to get him to talk.
And you think he had a hand in it?
Hard to say. He ran away, but on the other hand, it seems he stabbed one of the attackers.
Well, when you put it like that, it's clearly urgent business. I do know him. Not personally, but I've seen him around. He's friends with the charcoal burners down by Townburg. I know he hangs around with the twins there.
Downstream by Townburg? Somewhere by the castle?
If you follow the river to the west, you're bound to run into them. Oh, one more thing.
Yes?
Some other men have been around asking about him, but they weren't as convincing as you. Well.
Ok, fortsette da. Alle gode ting er 3.
Ja! Ja! Ja!
Popcorn.
Ja.
Må sikkert fighte de der bandittene som har lagt etter den, vet du.
Ja.
Så kommer jeg sikkert og redder den akkurat i tide.
Ja.
Typical Henry.
Ja. Ja. Ja.
Liksom.
Get stuck into them, boys! What are you doing?
Yeah.
Run!
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Kona kommer fra byen med hamburger til meg. Deilig, ass.
Ja.
Gatekjøkkenburger.
Ja.
Det er digg, ass.
Ja. Ja.
Ekte slafseburgere. Det er bra, det.
God be with you.
I'm looking for a stable boy from the stud farm. I've heard he's hiding with some charcoal burners.
Don't know anything about that. No one ever comes here, what with the smoke and all.
I see, but...
They say it makes their clothes reek. Don't know why they're complaining. The rest will stiffen the cloth and make it stronger. Good luck to you.
Hey, God be with you.
You know something about Ginger?
I might have heard something, and if you share a bit of silver with me, I might share what I know.
I'm investigating a crime, not bartering for a chicken.
Well then, I'm sure you've got some silver on you. Just give it to me, and it'll be a done deal.
For a snake, ass.
And what if I bashed your face in and had you dragged off to the stocks in Rat Eye?
No need for that. All I wanted was a bit of silver, and instead I get the whip.
Spit it out, will you?
Well, fine. I've heard that they're hiding him in some remote cottage at the edge of the forest on the way to Uzhitz.
That didn't hurt too much now, did it?
Good luck to you.
Så klart. Nei, det snakker ikke så veldig bra. Hvor det... Får jeg ikke noe marker? What the hell?
I've reconsidered. We can still come to an agreement, can't we?
Really? That's not the way it looked before.
Good then. You already cost me a bit of my time. Now I want double.
That's... Satisfied?
It's not enough.
Little shit.
Not bad, not... Ginger has two mates. Twins, who are keeping him hidden and taking care of him. They go out every day to bring him something to eat.
Where do they take the food?
I don't know. I didn't follow them. Why would I?
That's all you have? That's what I paid so much silver for?
If you'd already known that much, you wouldn't be here talking to me. So I reckon you got your money's worth.
Jeg har lyst til å bare slice den opp, ass. Fortsatt ikke noe marker, liksom. Oh my god, this.
Good day to you. What do you need?
So where's Ginger? I know you're hiding him, and I'm not leaving till I get an answer.
Who told you that?
One of the charcoal burners here. I don't know what he's called. He was quite sure about it.
You don't want to believe everything you hear. That's a load of horse shit.
Really? Well, we can find out easily enough. From what I hear, you bring him food every day, so all I have to do is wait for one of you to leave and follow him, right?
Oh, fuck it. The damage is done. What do you want then?
I want to find Ginger and ask him about that raid.
But Ginger ain't safe as long as those two cutthroats are lurking around. So, if you want to talk to him, better deal with them first. Unless you're one of the gang too.
All right, I'll deal with them. And then you'll tell me where you've got Ginger hidden, right?
Right. You get rid of them.
Jeg gruer meg til hver gang jeg skal fight, ass.
So where can I find these bandits?
I'm not sure exactly. There's lots of places to hide around here. But they came and went over the bridge, so I reckon they must be somewhere between here and our neighbours.
That's a lot of woods to comb through.
Not all that much. There's a path around there somewhere leading to an abandoned camp. Good luck to you.
Okay.
Down!
Det fortjente du, gammel.
Yeah.
Er det opp? Jeg skjønte ikke helt hva han sa. Jeg prøver opp her først. Vent da. Se på kartet. Nei, most likely andre veien.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
What the?
What did you fucking say? You fucking sodomite!
Ja, det er tre av dem, jo.
Gone weaker than...
Fucka! Det er helt jævlig å fighte det spillet. Det går jo ikke an.
Take that! Alright, now you're dead. Is that... Well landed.
Oh, shit.
Bring it on.
Ja, hva skjer nå da?
Yeah!
Okay, and then...
Come here. What's the...
Fire, liksom. Fem. Ja, ok. Så jævlig dårlig, ass.
Last chance. Dead man. Dead.
Det er no way at jeg vinner den fighten her, liksom. Det spillet her er dritt I forhold til toeren, ass.
Damn. You filthy Judas! But I've done nothing. I'll give you nothing, you bastard! But I didn't... If I ever see you here again, you'll get it.
Så jeg klarer ikke å ta 5 banditter, liksom. Snart nok guilty til å bruke det jævla... Det en camp. Snart nok guilty til å bruke sverdet. Ja, det steiner det. Eller var det en random encounter? Det kan hende det var en random encounter. Jo, det her sikkert, fordi det ser ut som at det en sånn vei som leder opp et sted der. Så det var et random 5 banditter som kommer ut av skauen, liksom. Det er flere også, vet du. Der oppe ser det som at det er en camp.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Det er hunting-campen vi var på I stad, vet du.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Det er jo ingen her nå. Skjønner ikke dritt, ass. Ja, deal with the bandits. De kan være hvor som helst inne her, liksom. Jeg hater sånne quester som det her, ass. Da vil du ikke ha noe retning, liksom. Det er bare et svært område du skal searche, liksom. Det er helt fucked. Det må jo være den campen jeg var på. Jeg må prøve å vente da, og se om den dukker opp. Åh, fy faen, for AIDS quest, ass.
Greetings, my good man. May I ask you a question?
Ask first, then I'll ask you something.
Really? Good then. We're looking for Ginger, a stable boy at a nearby stud farm. Have you seen him anywhere?
I was just about to ask you two the same thing. I'm looking for him too.
Then it's a pity neither of us has found him yet.
Thank heavens I've found you, though. I imagine you two might be able to tell me something about Neuhoff. Hmm?
I see. Well, we can give you a little demonstration of what happened there.
Nei. Kom igjen.
You call that?
Yeah.
Ha!
You'll get what for.
Slår,
Here.
Oh. Det var en. Bare vente mer da.
What are you doing here? Tired of life, are you? Is that
Ja.
you going to cry me?
Men fightinga er så dårlig, ass. Jeg hater det. Fightinga i det spillet her suger. Hardt. Det er faen meg så jævlig aids hver gang jeg skal fighte noen i det spillet her, ass.
I'll give you nothing, you bastard!
Greetings, my good.
Ask first.
Really?
I don't know anyone.
What a shut.
Truly.
Oh, that.
Why the fuck are we supposed to wring his neck?
You're hesitating.
Han er helt gæren, han der, da.
Bring it on!
Han går på hver sin side av meg, han, eller?
Is that the best you can do?
Fightinga er så ræva. bro. Fy fader, ræva, altså. Køyer pekes i morgen. Ja, jeg skal ikke spille noe mer nå, eller? Oh my god, ass. Jeg blir så jævlig pissed av fighting i det spillet her. Toeren er så mye bedre, liksom. Du får sove godt. Nå kan jeg dra med til den campen her igjen. Toeren så har du i hvert fall sjans til å fighte flere mot den da. Den får så jævlig mye free hits. Toeren er også litt sånn janky når det gjelder... Eller... Det er sånn mechanics er da. Det er sånn... Du er stuck på en person liksom, det er vanskelig å endre taget. Det er litt irriterende, ass. Da har de ikke fikset på toeren, eller? Men der er i hvert fall nice å blokke da, da trenger ikke å... Directions og sånt for å blokke. Jeg bare reagere.
Jesus Christ.
You don't have to worry about those bandits anymore. I've dealt with them.
Really? And I suppose I have to take your word for it.
If you want proof, I can take you to them. Maybe I should have brought you their heads.
I'll take your word for it. All right, a bargain's a bargain. Ginger is hiding out in a ruined hut not far from here. You go along the road to Ujits until you see a path to the right that leads to a small spring. There's an overgrown path that leads from there right to where Ginger is. Keep your eyes peeled, though. You could easily miss it.
Good. Thanks for your help.
May the Lord watch over you.
Jeg lurer på om du bare kan finne den en gang hvis du vet hvor det er. Tror du det?
Jesus, you've led me a merry dance.
What do you want from me?
I want to ask you a couple of questions. Why did you run off like that? Where are your cronies? And why did you kill that bandit?
What?
Right, one thing at a time. Why did you run off in such a hurry?
Because I was afraid they'd come back and kill me.
Who?
Those bandits, of course.
To get revenge on you for killing their mate.
Killing? Me? I never killed anyone. God is my witness.
I'm looking for your friends. Where are they?
The charcoal burners? They're over at the...
To hell with the charcoal burners. Where are your bandit mates?
They're not my mates. They nearly killed me. I recognized one of them, so I thought they'd come back and...
Recognized? Who was it? Talk!
I don't know his name, only that he's from Ushets, and he has a limp.
What can you tell me about him? How do you know him?
I saw him a few times in the tavern in Ushets, playing dice and boozing.
And?
I know he lives in a house on the edge of the village, but that's all I know. I never talked to him.
Why did you kill that bandit?
What? Bandit? I never killed anyone.
This is yours, isn't it? I pulled it from the belly of a dead bandit near the stud farm.
That is mine, but I didn't stab him. That fellow took it from me.
What fellow?
I don't know his name, but he's from
Oh,
Ushets.
interrogate.
He has a limp.
Okay, sorry.
He limps and he's from Ushets. There's not much to go on, but I suppose it'll have to do.
It's all I know.
That's what we're doing.
I never talked to him.
And now tell me exactly what happened. And don't leave anything out.
That's quite a long story.
Don't worry, I won't get bored.
All right. I woke up in the middle of the night because I needed to go for a piss. So I went out into the dark, same as usual, only there was something there that shouldn't have been. At first I thought it was just a trick of the light, but it wasn't. And then it was too late. They went past and I thought they must be horse thieves. I would have yelled, only I was afraid they'd kill me. So I waited until they were out of sight and I started to sneak away, but then...
Then the slaughtering started?
Yes. I thought they'd steal the horses and ride off. That would be bad enough, but then all the killing started and flames everywhere. It was terrible, like hell itself.
And then?
It seemed some of them didn't like it either. They started squabbling among themselves, and some of them started running back where they came from, right towards me. And I had that thing in my hand, the hoof pick.
So you stabbed the first one in the belly?
No. He ran right into me. He was running fast for a fellow with a limp. He pushed me aside and I fell on the ground. Then he told me I'd better lie low if I valued my life. And he ran off with the others. I did what he said and hid. Then the rest of the gang ran past. Then I waited in case that limping one from Ushits came back. I didn't dare come out until I was sure. I think it was almost light.
What about the others? Was there anything you noticed about them?
I don't know. There might have been maybe 8 of them, and 2 of them were really big. That's all I can remember.
Do you know what they argued about?
I didn't hear everything, but I reckon some of them were only there to steal and wanted no part in the killing.
That sounds terrible. I know exactly how you feel.
If only I yelled. Maybe they...
If you had, you'd most likely be dead. It probably wouldn't have done any good anyway.
But still...
There was nothing you could do. That's all. I've heard everything I need to.
Wait! What about me? Won't you help me out?
Perhaps I could. What would you like?
I'd like to go back to the stud farm, but those cutthroats who want to kill me are still around. Will you help me?
They're out of the way. I ran into them on my travels.
Really? That's great, but...
What?
I'm afraid to go back to the farm. I ran away, and God knows what they'll think about it all. I don't know if they'll even want to talk to me.
Just try, and you'll see whether they drive you away or not. But if you explain it to them, they're sure to understand.
I suppose you're right.
Bla, 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 bla. Endelig. Håper ikke jeg møter noen banditter. Hadde jeg likt fightinga, så hadde det vært så mye lettere, ass. Men fightinga er helt jævlig. Kanskje det blir lettere, da. Kanskje enda noen perks som gjør at du kan blokke lettere og sånn. Så der har vi han, ja.
Greetings. What business have you?
My lord, I managed to find a clue to the whereabouts of the bandits.
Excellent. Bernard already told me what's been happening, but I'd like to hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
The whole story, or just the gist of it, sir?
It's up to you what you consider important.
Well, in the end, I tracked down the stable boy who fled in fear of his life, and for good reason, too. He put me on the trail of a crofter from Ujit with a limp.
And his name?
The boy didn't know him by name, only by sight. But if I ask around, I'm sure folk will know who limps and keeps peculiar company. Villagers like to gossip.
But what if he's not there? He could have fled, maybe even to Kuttenberg.
If I don't find him in Ujits, I'll ask around. Someone will know something about him.
All right. Better go to Ujits then. Find this limping footpad and get the names of the others out of him. They have to face justice for what they did. I want to see them hang. Then bring him to me in Merhoyed and I'll decide on his fate.
Certainly, sir.
May the Lord watch over you.
Objective failed. Ok, så jeg skal dra til Ujits.
Good health to you.
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with a limp?
Aye, there is one fellow with a limp. Can't imagine what you want with the likes of him, but that's your affair. He lives in a cottage on the edge of the village by the road to Neuhof. Take care now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Better heal some more. Oi sann. Var det mange? Blod på døra.
Move along, citizens. Move along. There's nothing to
Han
see
har blitt
here.
myrda.
That's what you call nothing to see. I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
By the keys of St. Peter, this is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanush's captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of Auschwitz. And I say we don't want any of that kind of trouble around here. What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Auschwitz among the bandits.
We have no bandits or murderers around here.
Really? They say he had a limp?
Shit. Well, allow me to introduce you to Limpy Lubosh. Or all that's left of him.
Damn, son. He's been cut bad.
Nothing's ever easy. I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions, if that's all right with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask all you like.
Who was Limpy Lubosh?
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. Can't say I'm too surprised what happened to him. He kept company with all sorts of vermin. He was always getting into some kind of trouble. Punch-ups in the tavern and what have you.
Has he been up to anything suspicious lately?
I don't know. The last few days he didn't go anywhere. He was home the whole time. But he always kept everyone in the village at arm's length.
Did he have any kith or kin in the village?
None. A loner he was. I don't know the last time I saw him with anyone.
Do you happen to know where he was on the night of the Neuhof raid?
I've no idea. He kept his distance from other folk, so you never knew if he was away or holed up at home.
How come he limped?
He got that from some villainy or brawl a long time ago.
Another thing about Lubosh. When did you find the body? And did anyone see anything?
Just now, and nobody saw or heard anything. I don't know how they could gut him like that without someone hearing him scream.
Good day to you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Of course. Ask away.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
He was a drunk who was always looking for a fight. Nobody liked him much, but I wouldn't wish an end like that on any man.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Well, now I think of it, I hadn't seen him around for a while. No idea where he was skulking.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
Not a clue.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
He was a loner. He didn't even have any mates in the tavern.
That's all. Thank you.
Good day to you.
I've come in the name...
Of course. Ask...
Ja, det är samma
That's all.
Sara.
God be with you.
Good evening.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in...
I don't know how I can help you, but ask if you must.
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
You could see at first glance he was no good. I kept well out of his way.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
There wasn't sight or sound of him for a long time, and then yesterday he turned up at the church and even talked to the parish priest. I never saw him do that before. Probably had a bad conscience.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I don't think he was home. I didn't see him all day.
Do you know who Lubosh used to spend time with?
As far as I know, he had nobody at all in this world.
That's all. Thank you.
May the Lord watch over you.
God be with...
I've come in the name of...
I don't know anything about it.
That man Lubosh who was murdered.
I didn't really know him.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Come to think of it, he was in church yesterday.
Okay, så det är bara samma grej då.
That's all.
God be with you.
What's this? Looks like someone's hit him very hard on the head. Could they have... Judas? What's this? Looks like someone's hit him very hard on the head. Could they have bludgeoned him to death and then gutted him? That would explain why he didn't scream.
Jeg kan ikke bære noen ting uten å bli encumbered, vet du. Det er helt sjukt. Inspect.
A bed, What's this? What's this? Lord above, they did a hell of a job on him. Must have been agony. How come no one heard anything? Judas. Looks like this is meant to be a warning. But for who? And why? Maybe the gang had a falling out. But a bandit who knows how to write isn't something you see every day. What's this? Looks like someone's hit him very hard on the head. Could they have bludgeoned armour? Well, it seems Lubosh wasn't your everyday crofter. And judging by the bloodstains, it looks like he lived the way he died.
Er det noe mer jeg skal se etter her, liksom?
Good health.
Another thing about Luke. I found armor in his house, covered in blood.
God preserve us. Everyone knows he was a violent oaf, but I never thought he'd stoop to murder. At least he never did that here.
Farewell.
Lord above, they did a hell of a job on him. Must have been agony. How come no one heard anything? Nothing here.
Hva mer er det jeg kan finne, liksom? Så det er bare over hele greia. Og da så...
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators. But ask as you wish, boy. I hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
Bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child. All sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubosh don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing on the day Neuhof was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation, but I can't.
What?
I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Vows more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son. And one of those is the sanctity of the confessional.
Father, surely you can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances. And this is one of them.
For heaven's sake, Father, can you really look me in the eye and tell me that, when you know you may be condemning innocent people to death?
I can. Because if I broke that vow, the consequences would be much worse than if I...
Father, Lubosh was my only lead to the Neuhof raiders. Only he could tell me who was responsible for that massacre. If I don't find out who it was, it will probably happen again. Surely you wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't. But I can't betray the sanctity of the confessional. I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll try to think up some way of helping you.
All right.
Farewell.
Okay.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be a good year.
Over here, a beer.
Vente til presten er på fylla, ja. Det er riktig.
God be with you.
I've come in the name of Sir...
I don't know nothing about it. But
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I was coming from the tavern very late that night, and I caught a glimpse of someone entering the village. He looked like he was in a hurry. It was only a shadow against the sky, but after what happened, I wouldn't wonder.
That's all.
God be with you.
Hail
as usual.
Hvor har vi presten da, til?
As you wish.
Der har vi en.
My pleasure.
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything.
Å, det er han.
But maybe we can work something
Det er
out.
Godwin.
But first I'd like
Det
to
er
hear
han
something
ene du
about you,
spiller
my
som metode.
son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
I'm from Skalitz.
Oh, I'm sorry. What about your kin?
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Here, we'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do.
Satisfied?
And I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovna. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but they...
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanush to send that old grouch, Bernard.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujits, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened at Neuhof? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
The rumours aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home. Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end. Those cutthroats will strike again, and I can't stop them.
Chin up, lad. I might have a solution.
What?
If I tell you what Lubosh told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret. But, first thing tomorrow, I'll try something I think might help you.
Word of honor?
On my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujits isn't Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical. Condemning vices. And, of course, describing them in detail. A tongue-lashing about the two popes goes down well these days. And stories from real life, with a nice moral to them, are popular as well. Especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison, and nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth, and they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive furs, while Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Funny. That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
Don't you think it's a bit odd when someone boozes and lives in sin with a woman and then criticises the Pope for debauchery?
No, I don't.
What do you think of this Jan Hus?
He's certainly a wise man. A little overzealous for my taste. If he got out of Prague and came here for a look, I'm sure he'd stop condemning drinking and lying with women.
Where can I find out more about his teachings?
You like it? I copied down some of his sermons. If you're interested, you can read them at my presbytery.
What do the common folk think of it?
They like it. They're happy to hear someone say what they think themselves, but are afraid to say aloud. Things that make them angry. And they're calling for change. In a few years, it'll have grown beyond control. You mark my words, the people will rise up, and the church will be shaken to its very foundations.
Yeah, unless they burn him at the stake first.
Nonsense. They can't burn a master of the most respected university in Europe.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough. Oh, it's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
I say that's a good plan.
That sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Do you reach new level in drinking?
To neustoi żadnej chlap. Na kraj padł dziesięć smutek, do dnielno i rano utek, niech już małżeński majstrak, do wczera żylne staje prak. Už sejmoj svatý muži, nechtěl bych bej v jejich kůži. Nám je to jedno a tak si dáme jedno a požadem si huby jako poslední jen. Půjdu se vámi, panorama slávy a tak vypal sudy a posaď se mi sem, tak posaď se sem a ty
Enough of this!
Bailiff! Come on over here, sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can ride is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out. Oh.
You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
Uh-oh.
You'll die for that.
Oh. Nå banker de, ass.
Bollocks!
Nå gikk den der, ok. Faen, tok spagaten når du ramlet.
Go per dalle! It's a sin to fight so bad.
Lut. Nei, jeg kan ikke gjøre det.
So, my dear, wouldn't you like to have a little ring on the bell?
Nach.
Said and done.
Nach I kjerka, liksom.
I'd love to. And Henry too, I'm sure. Right, Henry?
Stop that nonsense, Godwin. Are you out of your mind? What will people say?
They can say what they like. What do I care? What do they do to me? Watch the step, my dears. Careful, you don't hurt yourself. Here we are. Look at this beauty.
Oh. We can't do this, can we?
Who says? Get ringing, wench.
Han skikkelig partyprest, han der.
This is wonderful.
Bloody elf.
Konge, da.
And now, my dears, comes the climax of the evening.
Godwin, you old goat.
Come here. Oh.
Priest has mounted up. What do you say, Henry? Shall we take a little ride of our own?
That's Henry. Oh shit, man, what happened? Er det den beste questen? Den her slår nesten Dette er en av de beste questlines jeg har gjort noen gang.
Well, I have to say that was
Den slutten der var dritbra.
Godwin, you beast! Get up! Do you hear me? Wake up, you drunkards!
Oh, fucking hell. Where the... Oh, what the... Oh, who the hell are you?
Oh, Henry. My great friend, Henry. And we have a wonderful time.
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher. Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time. There's some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move my hairy arse before my flock eats me alive.
Oh, step on in my head. My guts. Oh, my poor suffering stomach. Oh, what was that woman on about? Before my flock eats me alive. I've forgotten something. What have I forgotten?
Where the fuck am I?
What the fuck was it? Oh. Mass! Oh shit, I have to say mass. I gotta say mass. You have to help me.
How? You're the priest.
I can't do it in this state. Maybe the liturgy. But I have to give a sermon as well. Oh, this is a disaster. They're gonna excommunicate me.
I'd like to help you, but...
You can. You can do the sermon for me.
What? So, first I investigate a murder no one wants investigated. Then I drunkenly keep the whole town up all night. And now you want me to preach at them from the pulpit? Do you want them to burn us at the stake?
No. No, I've got it. Suppose that Sir Ratzig's protege. You just came from studying in Prague. And you want to share the words of Master Jan Hus, who you recently heard preaching there. Henry, look, from what I remember, we might have overdone it a bit last night. And if the bailiff or someone else complains about me, the bishop's gonna have my guts for garters. So I'd appreciate it. Stop gaping at me like a stuffed squirrel and start helping.
You're mad. You're stark raving mad.
I'm not. It's a perfect plan. It's flawless. Oh. How about this? If you help me with this, I'll tell you who Lubosh's cronies are.
Okay.
So all at once the confessional seal isn't so sacred?
Don't mock me. I won't give you a second chance.
Well, all right. But I can't make any promises about what'll happen.
No, neither can I.
What do you want me to do exactly?
I'll go and start the liturgy. Then I'll introduce you. You give the sermon I told you yesterday in the tavern, and that's that. No need to drag it out. If it turns out well, I'll tell you what I know about Lubosh.
Christ almighty. Fine then. We have a deal.
Wonderful. Let's get to it then.
Okay. Godwin, ass.
Come on then, what's the holdup? We've no time to waste.
Han minner om Rick fra Rick and Morty. Reputation lost.
Never show up. The spill.
Look at him. He can hardly walk after his capers last night.
You were with them, you beast. Just you wait.
Look at him. Mother of God, any minute now he'll throw up.
So I couldn't sleep a wink last night with all that clamor.
In nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Accepit panem in sanctas at venerabiles amanus suas. Hac facite in meam commemorationem. Brothers and sisters, you may have had the honor of meeting Henry from Skalitz, who is here at the behest of Sir Hanush to investigate that heinous crime at Neuhof. You might not know that Henry recently visited Prague, where by the grace of God was able to hear Master Jan Hus from the esteemed Charles University preaching. I've managed to persuade Henry to stand here today in my stead and tell us what he heard. Because, as you all probably know, Jan Hus is a very popular preacher in Prague. So, Henry, you may begin.
Now I'm curious which one of them will puke first.
Brothers and sisters in Christ, I would like to talk to you about our Holy Mother Church and what iniquities it's declining into.
That boy has a cheek.
Creation has given to every man the power by which he might rule the whole world. But that power does not give him the right to rule. That right belongs to
Oh,
God.
David.
It is the corruption of God's
Takk
pastors
for
here
raid.
on earth that
Det
has
er
brought
ikke lenge før jeg
misfortune
skal
on our
kølle her,
heads.
ass. Nå har jeg nettopp gått glipp av sykeste fylla med en
hunger and
prest.
chaos, failed harvests, fires,
Det er så bra,
floods,
ass.
and other catastrophes. And it is all due to the corrupt servants of God who do not practice what they
Var det
preach.
bra, The
They
Reds?
think sins can be washed away by money, and they sell indulgences, and that's bad. Because sins cannot be redeemed
Og nå har vi
with silver.
fyllesyke og holder sermon og sånt.
Confidence.
It is the custom of the gluttonous
To
prelates and
sure
monks
på
to preach
Lighthouse.
against sin. But what do they know of us ordinary folk? Let us remember the marriage at Cana, where our Lord Jesus Christ himself feasted with the other guests and drank his fill. And when the wine was gone, he performed a miracle and created more. He, whose companions were poor travelers, simple folk, prostitutes and troublemakers, performed a miracle so the feast could continue.
Now that's the kind of sermon I like to hear.
No, brothers and sisters. Jesus did not condemn alcohol. Drink to lighten the cross you bear in this vale of tears, but not with such abandon that you cannot keep holy the Sabbath. For there should be moderation in all things. And it is not drinking itself that is sinful, but intemperance and beastly indulgence.
He's right.
Modestly.
Enough about sin, which the prelates are so fond of preaching about, and whose absolution they promise if you only pay enough coin to Mother Church. What if the devil himself were to pay? Will the bishops tell us he too would ascend to heaven? And what about those bishops? They sin without remorse, and with the money grasped from the poor for indulgences, they keep fine horses and hordes of servants to pamper them. They play dice and garb their mistresses in expensive furs, while Christ, the Lamb of God, walked barefoot and had nowhere to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too.
Down with the pellets! Away with them! We're fortunate to have our good father Godwin. At least he's a fair and simple man.
I say to you, in the words of Jan Hus, he who knows much, let him speak much. He who knows little,
Let him speak little. Let each speak as much as he knows. And he who knows nothing, let him at least teach his neighbor one virtuous deed by setting him good example and refraining from playing dice and from fornication. And that applies both to priests and to you, brothers and sisters.
Spawnen litt dårlig, men ellers bra. Ja,
That is all I
det veldig mye spawns rundt scenen der. Og det litt kjipt. Hvis du spawner på toppen, så det chill, liksom.
The lad spoke well, considering what a soak he is.
He's right, Dapples.
The young man shouldn't drink so much, but the Lord's given him a silver
Glad he
tongue.
came here. I don't suppose I'll ever get to Prague, and he told it nicely.
Og så kan du recap litt, da. Jeg trengte hjelp av han presten der, sånn, så endte det med at vi satt I tavern og drakk. Og så tok de med seg 2 damer opp I klokketårnet og begynte å ringe klokketårnet, men sånn presten spøy ut fra klokketårnet.
I almost didn't make it.
Yeah, I noticed. I wasn't the only one.
Oh, what's to be done? I'll make it up somehow.
So, about our bargain.
Although it's a sin.
So gluttony and fornication.
God does forgive a penitent.
So, what did Lubos tell you? Was he at Neuhof that day? Who was with him? And where are they now?
Now slow down. I'm sorry, but he didn't tell me that much.
Don't let me down after all I've been through. For you?
Well, now Lubos came to me shortly after it happened. His conscience was gnawing at him. And I must say, in the end, he turned out to be a better man than he looked. He said they'd been hired through some crony of theirs. And at first they were just to steal some horses. But then it all turned sour and people started getting killed. And neither he nor his cronies wanted anything to do with that. So they fell out from the gang and fled.
Fell out?
Yeah, there was a body found in the woods by Neuhof.
That would explain something. Lubos kept jabbering that he wasn't a murderer, that he didn't want to do it.
So I know that Lubos killed the murderer and he's dead too. The trouble is, I need to find the ones who are still alive. I need names and places. Did he mention any of the others?
Only nicknames. Talked about some fella called Riki from Ledechko, Pius, Timmy.
Pius. That lot are about as pious as I am ordained.
Nonsense. You would make an excellent priest. And anyhow, with your skills, you ought to be able to sniff out this Riki from Ledechko, right?
Well, we'll have to now. There's not much else to go on. Let's hope he's not hanging from the wall too.
Ja, kongens story, ass.
Indeed.
Det bare fighting av eneren så jævlig dritt.
Anyhow, good luck.
Så jeg gruer meg alltid til å fighte.
These people clearly mean business. And I'd like to raise a tanker.
Nå håper det kommer noen perks etter hvert. Det er litt lettere å blokke.
Although I'm not sure I'd survive another night of your debauchery.
And if anyone should ask, you heard nothing from me. I'll deny everything.
I don't doubt it.
Han presten her er jo en av de karakterene du spiller som litt grann innimellom I toeren. Han er dritrå. Fader, det er sånn evig questline. Jeg skulle egentlig gi meg for sånn over en time siden, men questen er liksom ikke ferdig da. Hva er dette nå? Track down Riki. Ja, ok. Men da... Jeg kunne like godt sett hele spillet på YouTube. Mer interessant I story enn spillinga. Ja. Toeren, altså det spillet her er litt sånn datert, og som sagt så synes jeg fightinga er litt jævlig, men toeren, det har altså, selv om det er bra story, så er det jævlig kult å spille det, ass.